Welcome back, guys, to a video of most importance to your healing and quality of life as you journey towards normalcy again. I suffered in tremendous pain along my journey to healing, and now I bring to you the best tips and tricks to relieve you from pain from your Peyronie's condition. I believe my tricks and tips will greatly boost your morale immediately. I am not a doctor of any type. This is not medical advice. Consult your licensed physician for medical advice. I am Robert, and I have healed my Peyronie's condition after studying the late Dr. Lin's website, actionlove.com. From my experiences and research, most of the pain in the penis is caused by three factors. 1. The hardened scar tissue is digging into the healthy adjacent tissue, causing pain and inflammation. 2. Nerves in the penis are being constricted by the hardened, compromised adjacent penile tissue. 3. When erecting and ballooning, the compromised penile tissue is struggling to stretch to its maximum length due to collagen scarring. Pain can occur when erecting, when flaccid, and sometimes both. I lived with this 24/7 until I came up with some solutions from Dr. Lin and on my own. Unfortunately, until you heal the area of pain or at least soften the scar tissue in the area, which takes several months at least, you will have to deal with bouts of pain in that area. Lucky for you, I, Robert, am your corner man, and I will help you win this fight. Let's get it on. The first remedy you can use is quite simple. Take a face cloth, rinse with cold tap water, rinse out, and wrap around the penis. The instant cooling will reduce and eliminate much of the inflammation and pain upon contact. Never put freezing water or ice on it. We do not want to freeze it. Around 50 degrees Fahrenheit or 10 degrees Celsius is a good temperature. Do this as much as you need. If you are doing the warm wraps with VIP cream, which I highly recommend to soften the scar tissue, I would do the cool wrap right after. With the warm wrap, you want to avoid the testicles, but with the cool wrap, you can cover the testicles at the same time as your penis with the cool rag, which has great benefits to testosterone production and testicular health. My routine was to balloon, massage, and warm wrap with a damp face cloth of 100 to 105 degrees Fahrenheit, which is 37 to 40 degrees Celsius, for 10 to 15 minutes. Then I would go to the sink and make a cool to cold wrap of about 50 degrees Fahrenheit or 10 degrees Celsius and leave that on for 5 to 10 minutes on my penis and testicles. You can go cooler or hotter on each wrap according to you. If the warm wrap is too hot, wave the cloth a few times in the air to cool it down. If the cool wrap is too cold, you can wave in the air or hold in your hands to warm it up a bit. You must buy a thermometer for this procedure to place under running water to get a proper temperature. The next step, if needed, really was a game changer for me for the battle against constant pain. Dr. Lin recommended hydrocortisone cream applied at the smallest amount possible 1 time a day. Take a day off every 3 days to avoid tissue thinning. This stuff is a miracle worker. I tried many different brands and types and discovered the holy grail of pain relievers. It is a product called Cortisone 10 Cooling Relief Gel. I will leave a link in the description. This is why you should like and subscribe to my channel. This one tip is worth $1 million, and I can say this from first-hand experience. This gel is a lifesaver and a tremendous morale booster. Again, you want to limit applications to as little as possible, as hydrocortisone will thin out the tissue if used too much, and the last thing we want is any setbacks with tissue health. That being said, putting out the inflammation at ground zero will increase the progress of your healing and state of mind. Going to work and public events with pain in your penis really is an added punch to your psyche. Hope this helps, guys. Another tip that can help you out, I discovered, is wearing boxer briefs. You can pull up and roll up the leg openings to provide enough support without pressing too much into your penis. Adjust to what feels best. Depending on your condition, many times the flaccid state will be stiff, perhaps like a rock like mine was. Your penis probably has little flexibility in the flaccid state, as the elastic penile tissue is now collagen tissue. I will get more into this in future videos. But this is why Dr. Lin says you must soften the tissue first before the scarred tissue can dissolve and heal back to healthy tissue. Until the tissue has softened or healed, it will be in a hardened state in the flaccid state for a great deal of time. Not always, but a great deal of the time. Many factors affect the flaccid state, and I will go into this in another video. I have read on Dr. Lin's website about him recommending muscle rubs to help soften the scar if needed. He tells the patient, use it if you can handle the heat. I did not need the muscle rub or even need to try it after discovering the hydrocortisone cream. The hydrocortisone cream was strong enough for me. If you need something stronger and decide to try the muscle rubs, a strong word to the wise: don't ever apply after a hot shower. I applied a muscle rub to my lower back after a hot shower and almost called 911. The pain was so bad. So I can only imagine it on your penis after a hot shower. Again, I never tried muscle rub on my penis for the pain, and I really don't recommend you trying it. Another way of cooling the genital area is in the shower by using cool water at the end. Dr. Lin also recommends running cool to cold water onto genitals with gentle running water. Do not have a great stream of pressure on your genitals ever. You can even let the water hit your stomach and run down onto your genitals to help reduce pain of Peyronies and to once again allow testicles to crawl closer to the body for higher testosterone production and testicular health. I have also found out, unfortunately, that many sports do not get along with Peyronies. You will certainly be able to figure this one out. If you must play a sport that is aggravating to the Peyronies, then I highly recommend applying the hydrocortisone cream before participating in that sport. You may also want to turn it up a notch and try the muscle rubs that Dr. Lin suggested. I believe that you should apply the heaviest softening creams before the penis will be exposed to a lot of moving around, which will require a softer, more flexible penis. I found many times that if my flaccid penis was in pain and I was able to get an erection, many times the pain would go away. I believe this is due to the blood flow having a softening effect upon the damaged tissue. As I have stated elsewhere in the book, the pain will mostly always occur at the point where the good penile tissue meets the damaged area, usually more on the base side of the penis nearest the damage, since the blood comes from the base. So if you have one strip of scar in the middle of your shaft, the pain will most likely be a burning pain on the lower part of the scar where it meets the undamaged tissue. The upper part of the scar to the remaining part of the penis will most likely feel more of a numbing pain. This numbness is the result of blood being restricted to the rest of the penis. As your penis slowly heals over months and maybe years, the point of pain will gradually move up the shaft as the new point of pain will move as the blood can now travel further up the shaft due to the injured point healing enough to allow blood to pass freely and unrestricted. I'm guessing the numbness is due to a partly restricted blood flow. I always thought of it as a dam. When all the debris and logs are cleared, you have clear sailing for the water, in our case, blood. Scar tissue acting as a dam will restrict all the blood flow, causing pain in the penile nerves and surrounding tissues. I would highly recommend experimenting with the creams I have informed you about instead of taking pain pills. The road ahead is a long one. Pain relief pills will do much harm to the liver, kidneys, and body, causing even more problems. And I also found that no matter how many pills you take, there is still no better remedy than the direct applications of the creams, gels, and cool wraps to the penis. I also found that sometimes it will inflame when you get an erection, and sometimes it will inflame when you do not get an erection. Sometimes it will inflame when you balloon, and sometimes ballooning will cease the inflammation. You really never know. I do think that if you are going to balloon, it is important to balloon for 5 to 20 minutes at most. You will most likely feel some kind of pain after ballooning from the penile tissue being stretched. That is why the cool to cold wet wrap can be invaluable after ballooning. Okay guys, write to me with any questions. I will try my best to respond and make videos in response to your questions as much as possible. I really hope this video helps you out with your bouts of pain. It certainly helped me. Please support the channel by liking and subscribing. Until we meet again, keep your head up. You are on the right track.